Taya and welcome to or back to my channel. So for today's video, I am basically doing this, I don't even know what to call it, foxy eye, very lifted, facelift type of makeup. Yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and if you're interested, just keep on watching. Okay, so first things first, I'm priming my face and I'm using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Primer. I've already talked about this before. It's an amazing primer, it feels good, and yeah, it works. I love it. Then I'm going in with this Fenty Beauty brow pencil. I'll have everything linked down below along with the colors or shades that I use. But I'm just creating brow-like strokes on my eyebrows. I'm making them go up because in this tutorial I want everything to be lifted. So I'm trying to make them look like as natural and fluffy as possible. So I'm just creating strokes. And you guys can see at the tail of my brow, I didn't curve it down. I kept it up. And that's also to just keep everything, you know, going up. And now I'm going in and just setting my brows. I'm brushing all of my brow hairs up and then kind of carving them out at the top, as you can see. And then I'm plucking the excess hair that does not follow the form of like the arch that I created, or the tail that I created. So the excess hair, I'm just plucking it, cleaning it up, making it look neater. Now I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty Hydrating Foundation. This is the color 385. I believe it's a little lighter than my skin, so I'm using it to clean up under my brows and make them look neat and fresh, like I just got them done. If you do this step, make sure you only do underneath your brows in the lighter color. So if you want to carve out the top of your brows, it's fine. Just use the same color as your skin because it just doesn't look right when you have lighter color underneath and on top. It looks like your eyebrows are like floating off your face. But yeah. So moving forward to the next step, I'm just concealing the rest of my eyelids. I'm using this as like a primer for eyeshadow. I'm gonna do a little eyeshadow today, nothing crazy, but I'm using a color that's like the same color as my skin, and I'm setting it with this Haley's Beauty setting powder. The eyeshadow I'm using today is the Fenty Beauty Snap Shadow in the number 3. I'm using the darkest color and just winging the shadow out. I'm only putting it on the corner of my eye because I'm not going for like a super in-depth eyeshadow look. I'm just trying to make my eyes look winged out, lifted upwards. Then I'm taking this reddish brown color next to it and just putting that like on top, honestly, just because I didn't like the first color. And now I'm taking this brightening color from the Morphe 8R palette and I'm putting that on my brow bone just to like blend out any harsh lines that the darker shadow created, and to also brighten my brow bone and lift it. Now I'm going in with this Fenty Beauty eyeliner. I promise this video is not sponsored by Fenty Beauty. I just have a lot of their products right now. But I'm creating a wing. It's not perfect. I'm literally just creating like a rough outline of a winged eyeliner, and then I'm going in with this bronzer shade from the 8R palette and like buffing it out so that it's a little bit smoky, because like I said, it don't have to be perfect. I don't want it to be perfect, and I feel like it just creates a naturally lifted effect. Like it's not an obvious black line or brown line, like nothing harsh, you know, it just looks natural. So yeah, just wing that out and buff it out, smoke it out, and then that's all you need to do. And right here I'm just going back in with the eyeliner and kind of darkening the eyeliner, whatever got kind of too smoked out by the shadow. Now I'm taking this red lipstick. You guys can use any red product like blush, concealer, lipstick, it doesn't matter. I just use red because I think that it works the best for color correcting on my skin. So yeah, I'm just color correcting, and then I'm setting that with the Haley's Beauty powder before I go in and actually conceal. Okay, so this next step is very important, probably the most important. I'm carving out the shadow to clean it up and just make it look even more lifted. As you can see, it definitely made it look really sharp and nice. And this obviously creates an effect that your eyes are lifting towards the ceiling, or like a cat eye effect. So now I'm going in with my Fenty Beauty concealer. I think this is the shade 385, and it matches the closest to my skin. So I'm just concealing around my mouth because that's where I get the most discoloration, in my opinion. And yeah, I use too much, so that's the only reason I'm using it all over the bottom portion of my face, if you were wondering. And next, I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty foundation again. This is, I think this is the color 385 as well. And I'm putting that on top because it is lighter than the concealer, so I'm just kind of creating a better match for my skin. Obviously, you guys can just use foundation or however you do to create your base. This is just how I did it today because, it's just how I did it. No explanation. Now I'm going in with concealer, and this is the color 360, I believe. And this placement is really important. You guys want to keep it like in the corner, by the corner of your eyes. I bring it down the bridge of my nose a little bit, and also on the outer V or outer portion of your eyes. It's really important to keep everything like as high as possible. The more you drag your concealer down the center of your face, the longer your face is going to look. So just keep everything neat, facing upwards. The rest of the placement I put by the sides of my mouth and underneath my jaw or cheekbone to just make everything look, carved out and nice. My explanations are so terrible, so I'm really sorry. But now I'm just putting it on my forehead in the center and down the bridge of my nose, and just blend everything out like normal. And if you guys want to add more concealer after you've blended this out, you can do that. I would say just be like as light as possible to start, just so you don't end up dragging too much of it down your face, because if you put too much, it's not going to have anywhere to go. Does that make sense? And just blend everything until you can't anymore. Alright, so now I'm using the Fenty Beauty, again, cream bronzer. I think this is the color chocolate, and I am just kind of like contouring, bronzing my face up. You want to make sure you do it above your cheekbone. Be really, really specific and precise about where you put it, because if it goes underneath that, then you're going to have droopier looking makeup look, I guess you can say. I'm not trying to be rude, honestly. I don't know. It's late. It's 3:21 in the morning. So whatever. But anyways, yeah, just keep it like above your cheekbone and blend upwards. And I'm not putting too much. That's just my preference because I don't like to put a lot on. But if you want to put more, you're very welcome to do that. And yeah, I'm putting it on my jawbone, my forehead, and now I'm just doing a little nose contour. I'm bringing it right before the tip of my nose and then right under. I'm putting 2 lines right underneath my nose, and I'm just going to blend that out. Now for my favorite part, blush. I'm using the Fenty cream blush. This is my favorite blush ever. Besides the nude sticks, I really like both of those blushes. But anyways, so I'm using 2 different colors. I am just, blushing my face up. And the placement on this is important as well. So I like to put it where my highlighter would go, so on my cheekbones, and just blend it up as much as I can. It's just gonna, again, create a more lifted effect, illusion. And yeah, so now I'm baking or setting, and I brought it down the bridge of my nose the most just because I want my nose contours to be defined. But I'm just placing it where I place all my concealer, and I like to wipe it off very soon after I put it on there. So I'm not necessarily baking, I'm just setting it, because I just find that even though the powder is translucent, I've tried a bunch of different ones, it still leaves a cast on my skin tone. So I don't like to keep it on too long, but I just put it in all the areas I put concealer, like I said. And it also defines your concealer a lot. So yeah. And I'm just wiping everything off after I do that. And now I'm setting my nose contour, or kind of enhancing it a little more, using this Fenty bronzer. This is, I don't know what color, but it'll be linked down below. It's a powder bronzer, and I'm just going over the same areas that I contoured with the cream. And that's it. I'm just blending everything out. I'm honestly not good at nose contours. Like, it looks okay on camera, but in person it looks way worse, I promise. But then I'm just blending in that powder around my nose, and now I'm using that same bronzer and bronzing up the rest of my face, or setting the bronzer that I already did. Next, I'm putting eyeshadow underneath my eyes just to define them and create a more, I don't know, I don't know. But I'm using the brown color, and then I'm blending it out with that lighter color at the top. And that's basically it. Honestly, this part, I don't know if I liked it too much, but I think it's fine. Now I'm going in with the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. This is the hydrating one. And then I'm putting on highlighter, and I'm using the highlighter that I always use, the Artist Couture in the shade Conceited. And I'm bringing that kind of like in or upwards towards the center of my eye, but I'm not going all the way there. I'm just kind of blending it to where it goes a little bit towards the middle. I think for me, I feel like it makes my eyes just look even more cat-like. So yeah, and I'm just highlighting the rest of my face in the places I normally do. And for my highlight on my cheeks, I'm just smiling, and wherever the light hits it is where I put highlighter. And now I'm highlighting my forehead and my brow bone. And after, I'm just like blending everything together, and then I'm going to spray my face one more time just to set my highlighter in place. Now I'm curling my lashes, and I will be applying mascara. So I tried to do where you like cut lashes and put it on the outer portion of your eyes, and you guys are free to do that. I just felt like it did not look cute on me, so I just kept that part out of the video. And now I'm creating a little inner wing, and I find that this makes your eyes look even more like narrow and outward, like they're, you know, facing upwards, because the line in the middle is kind of going down, so it creates the illusion of your eyes going up on the outer part, if that makes sense. And I'm going in with this Fenty Beauty mascara, and I am just applying mascara, and you guys can focus the mascara on like the outer lashes. I just didn't do that because I thought I was going to put false lashes on, but I didn't end up doing that because I just didn't like how it looked. But the mascara that gets on my eyelids, I do wipe that off later when it dries with the Q-tip. And now I'm going in with this brown lip liner from the Beauty Supply. You guys can find it at your local beauty supply. They have all type of different brown colors. And after that, I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty Sheen, Sheer, Shine, something like that lipstick, and this is the color Goji Gang, and I'm putting that in the middle. And then I didn't like how kind of like reddish this looked, so I went in with the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in Fenty Glow and put that on top. Okay, and right here, this is just the extra little step. You guys don't have to do this, but I wanted to add some freckles because it's cute. So I got some tweezers and put some bronzer on them. And make sure you tap the excess off, or it's going to be way too much powder. And I just created little freckles everywhere and blended them out with a Q-tip. And I thought it looked cute. Let me know what y'all think. I don't know. I think it looks more natural when you put freckles on top of your makeup, even though they're fake. But yeah, this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you reached the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. I love all you guys so much. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye!